Welcome to the beautiful beaches of Jamaica, the latest destination to take us on location. Not exactly a hardship posting, it must be said. Jamaica as a country conjures images of turquoise waters, white sand beaches, rum, music, and a friendly, fun, famously laid-back vibe. While blessed with a setting in a tropical paradise, it's actually the human factor that makes Jamaica stand out. From its world-beating track stars with their larger-than-life personalities, to its music legends, and on a more local level, its promising but still untapped workforce. The Jamaican government is looking to leverage its global brand, which radiates far bigger than the country's actual size, as well as its human capital, logistics location, and natural assets to take the country's economy and its fDi offer to the next level. Join us as we explore the various economic facets of this energetic, charismatic Caribbean country. With hospitality as warm as the island sun, Jamaica offers endless treats for tourists. Although best known for its beach resorts, Jamaica offers a surprisingly diverse visitor experience, with its beguiling combination of mountains, jungles, rivers, artistry, and history, not to mention flavor-packed food and drink. Now, this tourism heavyweight is looking to expand its offering even further, with the help of foreign investors. Several major players have already heeded the call. But Jamaica wants to be about more than just fun in the sun. It wants to show that it is also serious about business.
Funnily, one of the big challenges for us is that we're so successful in tourism that people think we don't really work. People don't realize that there is really a very strong work ethic in Jamaica, and that behind the tourism face that people see, there is actually a lot of production. So we actually have a huge pool of talent here and a very well-trained workforce.
A workforce that has honed its skills in hospitality can be adapted easily to other services sectors, making Jamaica well-suited for business process outsourcing and back-office operations. Benefiting from a nearshore advantage vis-a-vis the U.S., and being the largest English-speaking country in the Caribbean, Jamaica has established itself as the region's leading location for contact centers. It also excels in information technology export services, thanks to big investments into its telecoms infrastructure. In fDi Magazine's 2012 Project of the Year Awards, which recognized the most impressive inward investments around the world that year, one of the winners in the outsourcing category was a project in Jamaica. This came from Sutherland Global Services, which decided to site a delivery center here at the University of West Indies Mona campus in Kingston, employing thousands of people. On the other side of the country, Vistaprint, an online supplier of marketing services and products, has set up base in Montego Bay, where it employs some 800 people and handles 4.5 million customer contacts a year.
When we looked at Jamaica, we saw this really energetic workforce that was dedicated, and there's a lot of hospitality in Montego Bay, so they naturally want to serve customers. So there's definitely the right workforce here, as well as people who are extremely well educated and dedicated to kind of the work. There's a lot of pride in Jamaica.
The biggest fish in Jamaica's BPO pond is U.S.-based multinational Xerox, which has more than 6,400 employees in 8 facilities in Jamaica, the company's second largest presence outside of the U.S. According to a company spokesman, attributes that have kept Xerox expanding in Jamaica include the country's proximity to the U.S. and its tech-savvy, well-educated workforce. Jamaica's universities are geared towards delivering graduates skilled in a range of technical disciplines, including IT, medical and health sciences, legal services, accounting, and finance.
We have quite a substantial graduating population from our universities. We have several universities, and thousands of young people graduate every year. So we have a good stream of qualified people in technical skills, accounting, business, so actuarial science. So there is a good framework on which we can build some of those businesses.
Despite its thousands of workers employed in professional services, Jamaica has never promoted itself as an international financial center in the way that many of its neighbors have. That is soon to change, however, with the creation of the Jamaica Financial Services Authority, which was the first step in the push to be a serious player in this field.
We have a very significant cadre of business qualified professionals, much more in number than the other jurisdictions that provide services such as these. But it's important to explain that we are seeking not to replace the traditional centers, which provide purely financial services, registration of companies and so on. We are very gung-ho and optimistic at our capacity to provide professionals who can serve international organizations and international groupings in technical areas.
Michael Lee Chin, Jamaica's first billionaire, has certainly seen his investment in Jamaica's financial services sector pay off. His investment company has made a number of large investments in Jamaica, including taking a 75% stake in the National Commercial Bank of Jamaica.
In the year prior to buying the bank, which was in 2001, the bank made net after-tax profits of $6 million US. For the year ending September 2014, the bank made 106 million net after-tax profits. It now has the largest market share of any commercial bank in Jamaica.
Services might be the future, but Jamaica will also stick to its roots as an agricultural economy, but with a twist. Famous for its coffee, produce, spirits, and of course jerk chicken, Jamaica is seeing increasing demand for its high-quality products overseas, presenting new export opportunities and helping highlight the need to add value to locally sourced goods prior to export.
For us, value added is a very big part of what we try and push and focus here, at least within our operation. It's something that we try and voice across the whole of Jamaica, is that we've missed many an opportunity in the past to add value here first. Our bauxite industry leaves as dirt. Our sugar leaves in its rawest form. Our ginger, our mangoes, so many products that have the potential to be value added here and then on sent into the market. So we're getting there. We've taken a little longer than other markets have to realize that benefit, but more and more people are seeing the realities of adding that value and making it Jamaican here first.
Getting goods out to market in an efficient manner is essential for manufacturers. And here, the tides of global logistics are potentially shifting in Jamaica's favor. Already a popular transshipment point, Jamaica is seeking to benefit from the expansion of the nearby Panama Canal and position itself as a new node in the global logistics chain.
Jamaica has played a very important role as a transshipment port. It's one of the largest transshipment ports in the Caribbean. It is therefore a good location for goods that are moving from Asia, the east, for consumption here in the west, in North and South America, as well as the Latin American region and Caribbean.
With the change in transportation mode, particularly the expansion of the Panama Canal, there will be a need for a node or a pillar or hub in this part of the world.
We think there is definitely a lot of potential. We think more business coming in through the fact that the Panama Canal has been expanded, more ships, much more volumes. We expect that a lot of people will use Jamaica more as a transshipment point.
Opportunities in all of these key sectors will be promoted at the Jamaica Investment Forum, taking place in Montego Bay in March 2015. The triennial event comes at a good time, with Jamaica on an upswing and the government keen to show investors firsthand what the country has to offer.
We feel that a lot of international investors dismiss the Caribbean as being a small pond to play in, but actually we have some homegrown multinationals here in Jamaica who started life here but have expanded to many countries in the world. And we think there is an opportunity, given the business structures that we have, given the business environment that we have, the stability of our economy and the growth trajectory that we're on. We want them to move from thinking just brand Jamaica to business brand Jamaica. We want them to think of Jamaica as a place where you can actually do good business, thriving business, make profits, and actually go to the beach after.
Despite the sunny demeanor of its people, the past few years have actually been difficult for Jamaica as the country battled a ballooning debt, international reserves plummeted, and growth lagged behind that of many other developing nations. But now, with a deal with the International Monetary Fund finally in place after prolonged negotiations, a funding package from the IMF has helped underwrite much needed reforms, and growth, while modest, has returned.
In the last 2 years, we have made some strides in modernizing a lot of the business environment. How do you register for a business? That has been modernized. Paying taxes electronically, and a number of other issues which were part and parcel of the agreement that we made with the IMF. And they are beginning to have a positive impact on the environment.
We're very excited as we start in 2015. I think there's a general upbeat mood in the country among the private sector and among local investors generally. And that is due to the fact that we have taken over the last 3 years a very difficult and tough decision, but necessary decisions to address the debt overhang that has been a sustained problem for some time. The fiscal management issues have now been taken firmly in hand to create greater space for the private sector to invest in Jamaica.
Although some of the reforms have been painful and unpopular, Jamaica's government ministers believe if the country can just stay the current course, then it has good reason to look to the future with confidence and optimism. And perhaps, if the pace of reform continues, the rate of growth in the economy and the FDI flows could at last match the speed of Jamaica's world-class athletes. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this tour of Jamaica. Join me next time to see where we go on location.